Good evening, everyone. What's up? What's up? I am Skyr, and we are live. Today we're starting off a little bit different because my artist decided to be really nice and gift me a PNG tuber of what will be the a very simplified version of the newer model that they are working on. And I haven't set it up yet, so that's gonna be what I'm doing right. I'm gonna start doing. Hiya, Foppin. I forgot I still have the... Do you have the program? I do, or I have it. I have downloaded it. Yeesh. Okay, unzip. And here we can do it this way. I do not, you know what, I'm gonna do it this way. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so oh, it's literally just that. Okay. Okay. Yes, I know. Yeah. Load. Why isn't the... Oh wait, do I have to unzip it? Yeah, okay. Right. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let me just double check. Okay, that needs to be the chat mic, not the broadcast. Okay, and oh, wait, second version didn't load in? E. It didn't? Okay. It'd be the... Okay. How do I do this? It's less time with Pop. That means I have to go to Discord and get the files. Okay, state 1, state 2. The folder is the files, don't... Oh! Okay. Okay. A lot easier. Okay. Poppin is thinking of me already. Close mouth. Nah. Okay. Looks weird. Open. There we go. And the like the second 2 frames? No, it's the open mouth, closed mouth, and then these ones are just still the same because they're still closed eyes. Blinking still worked. Yeah. Yeah, that works better. Yeah. Okay, and I need to set hotkeys. Wait. Aw, there's a little trans flag at the bottom. It's like a bee as well. Oh no, I'm multiplying. Ah. Wah wah. Wah wah wah. Wah 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 wah. Okay, set. I need to set hotkeys for this. Let's do... I need to do it from... Start it from... this. You can change how much it bounces? Oh, that makes sense. Do we worry about bouncing? Blue, pink, gray. Image. Yeah. Move. Ah? What spout stream? Oh, yay. That's what I need for... Okay, that's on too. I can hide interface. Okay. Where did you say... What? Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Just gonna do it. Save. Date. Okay. Oh, Alright, let's remove or change. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, neat. Okay. Wait. Do. Wow. Exciting. Yeah. Wow. I see. Wow. Do. Extra jumpy. Extra jumpy. Yeah. Now you see why I had to say Yeah. Oh, I didn't have the audio playing when I was looking at the video you sent. Okay. Okay, so we need... What do we need? We need hotkeys. But first we need a folder. Stream Deck. Oh, here. Create folder. That's how you create folder. Okay. PNG. Vtuber. Me. Okay. Now, hotkeys. Wow. Oops. No. 2. And I know it uses this be warned. You just make me all the chibi tubers and it's fine. Okay, so we state 1, state 2. I'm just gonna call that state 1 and state 2 just to be consistent. As long as I type things correctly, I will make it a little bit more. Okay. Hotkey. Map. And then hotkey 2. Wah wah wah. Wah wah wah. And I see, and I could create like a vibing, wah. I could create like shaking more state, bouncy state, and excited state, and anxious state. Okay. And but yeah, but how could I have it? I guess I would have to create just in the individual ones for nervous states. Wow. Okay, so this is what's gonna take me forever. Anytime it looks like yeah, it has anxiety. Which one? This one? Okay. Yeah. Beauty skate. Yeah. And then I just duplicate this, paste, change it to social 3, and then do anxiety state. And then I can just do and yeah. Wait, this should be like. No, I just want to delete this one. Do this one as this one. Yeah. Scaredy skate. And then I was already working on that. Yeah. See. Yeah, I was already like, wait. And then set 1 second. How did I set this up? This is okay. And then I could do and YouTube. Map. Oh geez, it's just a black screen. Must be one or the other, so I may... Okay. Not motion sensitive, it's just voice sensitive. It's like, wah wah wah. Wah wah. I see, so spout literally... Wait, let me just see if I could just... Ah. There we go. Ah wah wah. Now I can do this. Yeah. Although I do need to do a quick, also another quick button here. Where's OBS? OBS? What am I looking for? That's the one I'm looking for. Vtube. Ow. Ow. Why'd you do that for? And then if I do this, it's hidden. Okay. Now do I spend more of the stream setting up the different states a bit? Wah wah. Wah wah. Wah wah. I love this, honestly. It's the best. Hi, Orange Cat. How are you doing? It makes me think that I spend on it worth it. Not that I wouldn't be if you just put it on your pocket and forgot about it. I love it. Dream case, but physically tired. Physically tired. Oh no. Hey, I have good news though. I have good news. I have a top surgery date. It's like winning the lottery. I mean, I wouldn't mind winning the lottery too. But it's like winning the lottery. Jeez, yeah. I wouldn't mind winning the lottery just because then I could literally, it's like just enough to pay off mortgage. And then we could own a condo and not have to worry about mortgage payments. Did I tell you I moved Orange, by the way? And as you can see, I'm setting up a PNG tuber that Foppin Hearts created for me. Yeah, with mom bought a condo. And it was only possible because my mom decided she wanted to use part of her retirement savings from her previous job into a down payment for us. It's cute. It's adorable. And it is a sneak, chibified peek at new design. So I might start using this primarily, but I just need to get all the buttons states set up. So the design, just super simplified. Very simplified. And without a nose. I'll have to make you others until the actual one's design's done. Woo! Yay. But yeah, my monthly output has doubled in rent and even electricity because I somehow did not realize how much hydro was going to be, and like added on that the heat, it's gas heating too, but yeah, like hydro at the other place was a decent amount, and then now it's like $239 a month. I was like, what? Why? It's like, it's super expensive. And then that's not, and then it's like mortgage payment and condo fee, and yeah. I could swing it at the very end if my mom decides to retire and only have like a minimum amount of input to mortgage payment and that, but yeah, it'd be very rough on me. So winning the lottery would be really good for me too. In other words. And it's also really good that Poppin is taking forever on the redesign, so I could slowly work up having the money to pay for it and having it money from Poppin for Poppin to make it, and then also eventually getting it rigged. It'll be one step at a time, so I'll be a PNG tuber or this old model for a while yet. But super cute. Ow. Ah. Okay, we have the 2 states. Yeah. I actually prefer the PNG, but they vibe with my creation process better, but don't mind the cutting of actual tubers. Rawr. Yeah. Anxiety tube. Anxiety tube. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get further ideas as these are weird. What does vibing do? No. Oh, just kind of like slowly bouncy. Oh, this beats uber vibey. But not to be mistaken, but with a vibrator, of course. That's a completely different shape. I'm slime. I can be any shape I want, as long as Poppin draws it. I'll make you a half body realistic one later. Maybe using one. It's just like, yeah. Just morph into different shapes. The actual VTuber will never be ready because you're just stuck with just drawing ideas for me to turn into. Oh god, the ideas. Hey, if you're that bit cool. It would certainly be cheaper. Work the 100,000 PNG tuber variants. Yay. And Orange is like, what have I walked into? Congrats! I've ever seen 100 messages today on the with restream chat. Aw, how fun! Slowly backs away. No, don't run away, Orange. Beg them back. They shall be stuck here. Okay. Yeah. Have to figure out that. Okay, and vibing. Wow. I don't really want to be shaking my talk. Wow. No, that's more. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, bouncy more. Bouncy. You can't make me not my dad. No, I will not be calling you daddy. That's the model maker. Is it? Isn't the model maker daddy, or is it? Oh yeah, because the rigger is the mummy, right? Which is weird because it should be the reverse. Maybe, I don't know. Because the biologically thinking of the physical maker is the mummy, not the daddy. The daddy just donates sperm and leaves. Mostly. That's gender based. Okay. They're both mama or papa. Okay. As far as I know. Okay. But what about the non-binary folk? Papa, yes, Buzzbot. Yes, Buzzbot, you are. Zaza? That works. Zaza Papa? No, Zaza Fappa. I think Zaza is a non-binary mama or papa. It's so cute. Zaza Fop. That sounds like a band name. Zaza Fop. Pop, you need to make your own band so you call yourself Zaza Pop. I'm tone deaf. I mean, Zaza Fop sounds like an electronic type band, so the type of music I'm listening to now. So you don't even need to sing. You just put electronic sounds together until it sounds right. It could be the worst music ever, but you could still call yourself a band. Someone will eventually like it. So, should I do a reading stream as PNG tuber now? Wait. It wasn't flopping that through the egg. It was orange. It was orange. I thought it was flopping. thought it was popping. Wait, I need to do another state. One sec. And close mouth image, open mouth image, yeah. And then just do, huh? No, I need a laughing state one too. I was like, nah. Yeah, book building one. Yeah, I need a book building slime. Our slime that turns into a book. Yeah, I only just looked over at the activity feed. I'm like, orange cat did the egg face. Why didn't it work? And then I realized Poppin didn't do the egg face. It was orange. Like, okay, it shows I should be looking at the notifications a bit more. Wah. Wah, wah. Okay, so if I do, yes, no taking blame orange, blame orange. Apparently your name is Morange now. More hinge. I was gonna do Zeus. I need to oh. But first I need to me. I need to figure out how to do this. I don't have to do this every time. I just need to set that up. Ah, wrong one. Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wait. Copy, paste, and YouTube route. Wow. And then if I do, no, I have to, wow. Be a little bigger, little higher. Wow. There we go. Fingers. I'm doing things one at a time. It's always like someone holding your book. Obviously, someone else is holding the book. It's fine. It's fine. Huh? Oh, how's this gonna work? Put you here, I guess. And I need to move Vtuber again, but there we go. There we go. Ish. Come on. There we go. Close all these extra windows. Basically attached to the VTuber. What? Or mine? I just opened my one program or the other. Well, I was just I could close the other VTuber now. I was just trying to figure out exactly where to put windows. I swear to God, I opened Kindle. Oh, it's lowered. No, I can't, dude. I can't have things thrown at me anymore. I can't have things thrown at me anymore. I'm gonna be sad about that. I don't want to point out your stutter, but it's adorable. I always stutter. Can that be fixed? Not really, because like you can still. Oh, I closed it. But it won't have anything sticking to me, or my tuber won't be. The mini tuber won't be reacting to it. It is partially attached to the VTuber program. Where is the, I closed it, but where is it now? Like, where's the icon? Icon, where are you? You are. I didn't consider this. Yeah. Oh, tits. There we go. When an egg alt, like in the future? Yeah. Yeah. Oops. Not. If I do, like, 1 sec. Wait a second. Where are you? There. Well. And why are you doing full screen? I don't want it on full screen. Can you just not be full screen? Thank you. Also, how do I... Why are you acting like you're brand new? Hide? Oh. It is a brand new instance. Okay, was it this one? No. Rawr. Why is... I can't find the actual instance I was... Ah, there it is. Let's put you with the other VTubing stuff. Okay, thanks. This is what a parent feels like when they see their child say the first words. Suddenly Foppin wants up child. Oh, okay, so apparently you're just broken because you're not attached to the VTubing system now, apparently. Okay. Yeah, because it's... okay, manual throw, yeah. Clear 8. Hide UI is... be that. Stop it. There we go. So now, now, like, if I do, I guess it kind of works. I'm just trying to catch it live on stream. Yeah, it kind of works. It goes behind me instead, but I can fix that. Um, that might be going down a whole of research song. Ah, that works. Yeah. Yeah, that works. So yeah, I guess a lot of things thrown at me. It's fine. It's it's a little less integrated, but that's fine. That's fine. It's completely fine. We've been live for 45 minutes. I know you haven't even read one word. But it is fun. I need to do more just chatting streams. I just never know what to. I always like paranoid. Like I don't know what to chat about. I suck at small talk. This is less femme now, right? Yeah, it is. It is less femme now. Even the chibi mode is kind of like leans on the femme side, but even this is just less femme. Maybe we could do just chatting stream together. Yeah, just do a podcast chat stream type thing, and just yeah, it's cutesy. Yeah, it's cutesy. That's the word. Even the earring might need to stand out a bit more, because like you can't really see I have an earring on because it just blends into the background, so you might need a white outline to the earring a bit. You're just noticing the earring issue too. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I'm just like, here's the thing that's I'm noticing. Just talk about how big your dictionary. Hey, state idea is having the bird attacking me. This is just my random was like bird attack. Wait, no, that's not working. Arr. Go. Oh no. Feel free to make a thread of silly ideas, whether I use it or not. Just like brainstorming thread in our Discord. Yeah. I'm gonna have all the ideas now, I swear. Burp. Burp, sure, what. The bird just looks like it's attacking me now. I read brainwashing ideas. That's two. Let's figure out how we can brainwash Orange to hang out a lot more. Nah, I know you normally work around this time. You have today off? I'm guessing so. Or you're about to get ready. I'll just be getting on my. That would be just getting me on Twitch more. Yeah. Just drag you on Twitch. It's like, get on Twitch. Although I've seen you streaming a lot more too. Like, peek in when I have a chance, but lately it's been one thing after another. When it's not one thing after another, I'm just shut down to the world. Is what it is. It's kind of nice not having to worry about where my face is too. He was a bit, yeah. Wait, what?
Caw.
The caw sets off my PNG tuber somehow. Why? Are you using the wrong mic again? No, it's fine. I don't know why the caw is setting off my mic. Setting off my tuber.
Burb, sure, woulda.
That I'm gonna need to figure out. I tried sponging it. I don't know why that's setting off my. That's audio properties. Yeah, the MIU overlay is outputting to my monitor audio. And my monitor audio is, yeah, the sample mic. I know why, because the sample goes to the chat mic. Haha, figured it out. Okay. That's why. The sample goes to the chat mic as well. Okay. Hey, this could have been the way I set up the bird as a that could have been the way I just set up the bird as an actual PNG model rather than like a fancy way through OBS. Again, though, I don't know if it would work with text to speech. I mean, it's the way. I would still have to. No, because I would still set it to. Yeah, I would still be able to do the as text to speech and have it work as a PNG tuber for the bird. That one was the easier. That one's the easier setup. This harder setup is through OBS as it is right now.
Hi, Katarina.
You want me to design you a verb too? I mean, you can make it very squish. Anyway, I like this birdo, and it's already set up, so it's less of an issue. Is Katarina your full name? I mean, it's fun to add birds to your, yeah. I guess I add like I add plus years, yeah. Katarina will be your name eventually. Oh, well, yeah. I wasn't asking if it's like if it's legal or not. It's your name. Like, oh, well, you know what I mean. Like, whether the IRS knows it as your name or not, it's still your name. But I have a cousin named Katarina. Although I think it's spelt with an E on that second A, I think. Is it Katarina? I think. It's a similar name. He'll steal their power. Become Canadian. I'm still twitching to be caught on camera, and I'm like, I don't need to anymore. That's the nice thing about PNG tubers. Like, you do not need to see what my face does not need to be. Wait, Katarine, was your Jesselyn? What? Wait, what? Up? I know a few people who would like what I did, myself included. Just jump borders. I grab flop on the way. yeah, okay, yeah. I used to be Jesselyn. Henry was yourself. Okay. I gotcha. It was Jesselyn's way cooler than me. You're making Sprite? Right, hey, more Sprite. Making a Sprite. I'm thirsty. All this talking and not reading is making me thirsty. I'm gonna jump and get something to drink. I suggest everyone else do the same. I'll be right back. I be back? Ah. I need to figure out a better way to move the model around again, though. Welcome back, Ms. Cat. I too am back, and I wish I'd brought my phone down with me when I went to get my drink. I got a danger noodle, otherwise known as a snack, and right now I'm having issues with her shedding, but I put a new hide in there, and with a sphagnum moss to try have a humid hide in there for her. She rarely goes into it though, but today I got her to go into it, and I went down, and then I just saw her little head, just her little snout poking out of the hole of it. I'm like, oh, you're so cute. I wanted to take a picture, but my phone was up still plugged into my computer. That might be doable with the more expensive Vtuber program. They even stop flipping the model around. Okay. Well, I mean, I can flip the model around using whatchamacallit, OBS. I have a kit on your mouse pad? Oh. I have angel dust on my mouse pad. And I'm assuming everyone who's in chat right now knows who angel dust is. I mean, within the... Yeah. Ah, drugs. Not the drugs, but the... I should have done a minute ad break just to get more pre-rolls being off. Look, I'm standing in a street. I am standing in a street. What are you talking about? Anime nosebleeds. What did he send in Discord, by the way? Yeah, okay. Talk about that more later. if I'm curling over something I made, but still, yeah. You did so good. Love your work. Love it. In the rush, just like, I figured I'd just toss that idea. Yeah. It's just a joke that went too far, and it's perfect. I mean, that's how Skyr became a thing. Your whole slime theming, butt slime, yeah. It was butt slime that started this shit. Well, I was always like, I always was wanting to be a VTuber, but it was just like finding artists to do it, and then you decided to do your own. It's like, can you do me too? It's like, okay, can you do me too? What theme? Slime. I'm not butt slime. nor the drizzle of aftercome and sexy times. And now ad. Oh no. Fuck, yay. You maybe missed the lewd talk. The rule of funny gets me through a lot. Excuse me. Fashion because it's funny. Crocs are comfy. But I get it because I literally last thing I was thinking was, can you do me too? Well, that's a different form of lewd. That is a word what Skyr said. I didn't actually know about VTubers back then. Yeah. Dr. Yagi. Yeah. I mean, like, PNG tubers and VTubers, the 3D VTubers, they all have their own niche. They all have their own place, and it works because sometimes, like even for you, Fop, like the PNG tuber would work a lot better because you don't need to worry about where your face is. Your camera, you don't need to worry about having a camera on your face all the time. That's actually kind of freeing right now, and I think I'm gonna be doing this a lot more. Yeah, hate cameras. Yeah. And honestly, it's also just basically also the because it's like sometimes like if you do an art stream, you don't need to have to worry about the camera catching your face either, because you're always, like, as far as I know, you're always looking up at your screen if you're a VTuber. I mean, obviously, like, people know that you're not actually staring up at your screen all the time because you have to look. Unless you're not doing like a screen tablet art, which you do, so I know that you're honestly trying to look down a lot of the times. Yeah, no, I don't think there was a dual stream PNG tuber function. Yeah. Yeah, so the buying the VTuber Studio DLC was kind of meh. But I mean, I still would have bought it, but when I was doing the screenless version, I was always looking at the screen. Yeah. Maybe we can keep it for now. Yeah. And I mean, eventually it'll become a thing again, and there might still be a way. I mean, no, there is a way through Discord, just the old way. Talk sprites, yeah, just basically what PNG tubers are, is talk sprites. I won't longer be able to have you attached to my tentacle all the time, but my tentacle won't be going through your ear. It's the new form of head job. New form of head job or skullfuckery. I choked on blue water. You need to remember how to swallow, honey. Stop choking on me. It's so bad coming out of such a cute spray. Your fault. I said stop choking. Now the question is, are we ever gonna get to some reading? Say fuck. 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 Wait. Wait.
Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Wait. Fuck. 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 Deep voice. It's good for the deep throat.
You're allowed to read now. Shrinking again. You made me drown him. I said you need to learn how to swallow. You won't get any more tubers. Well, you just need to learn how to swallow. You just need to train your throat on. Think of channel your inner gats. It's gonna be some long lollipops at night to enjoy midstream. That'll help. Exactly. I think I have some blue popsicles in the freezer. I'm absolutely making OC tubers. Like that's gonna happen. Yosh. I'm having Gats tuber. Window suck Gats tuber. But anyways, books. Reading. Reason why we start this stream. Fishes up glasses. Needing glasses version. I'm gonna say it's Foppin holding up the book. No, I was gonna say Orange is holding up the book. Meow. Wait, why is it not working now? Boo. Huh?
Ka.
Say meow. Apparently the bird doesn't want to say meow. Well, that's derp.
Hi.
Oh, now it works. Ish. In its own time, it works. It is a bird, doesn't want to say meow. You can't say meow. It's a crow. Crows can learn to... Crows learn to mimic anything. Anyhow. Chapter 2. We are finally getting to the book. I'm now talking like Kirk. Why? I like to see myself bounce. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Chapter 2. The road east. It reminds me, the audiobook I'm listening to actually has a character that the narrator is narrating like Kirk. Do some bounce. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Okay. The road east. Let's lower the music a little bit. She supposed she was sleeping. Her twin brother, the sorcerer, Tom, stood before a tomb, his hands upraised. His gift, violet-colored like her own, glittered around him. Tom was pale, sick-looking. The door to the tomb began to open. Uh-oh. Tom looked at her. I don't have the power to shut it. I need your gift, and I need that. He reached for the ember stone at her throat. She clung to it. No, Tom! The goddess gave it to me! I'll never take it off! Sorry, I'm a little bit too silly. Calm down. The voice was male, warm. Keep your trinket. She dreamed again. George Cooper sat at Miles's desk, staring moodily at a painting. With surprise, she saw it was a miniature of her in a gold-washed chain mail, her lioness shield at her feet. Do you have it painted from his description of her? There were silver threads in his dark hair. But you weren't even 30, she protested. He didn't hear. Who will you be, my darling? He asked the painting. Oh. For some reason I thought it was Miles for a moment. I realized it was at Miles's desk. Okay. That was gonna be weird, Miles saying my darling to a painting of Alana. Okay. You aren't doing 30 turns to dust. Apparently, we're supposed to have gray hair at 30. My mom barely has gray hair in her 60s. She only just started getting gray hair within the last year, and she's 65. Hey, the door flew open. Jonathan entered, looking as if he had been in a fight. I hear the earth cracking, he whispered. Her eyes flew open. Karam! She yelled, scared because she felt so weak. She was in bed. He's sleeping. Liam stood beside her, a streaming mug in his hands. He didn't lose as much blood as you, but he still tires fast. Alana sat up. Outside, rain fell. Somewhere closer, a fire crackled. If only her head would stop spinning. How'd you get to be the assistant nurse? He winked at her. Karam trusts me. Don't you? In spite of herself, Alana smiled. Not a bit. Liam shook his head. So young and so cynical. Drink this. Karam would have warned her about the brew had he been there. As it was, she took a good swallow before she even noticed the smell. It was nasty, bitter stuff with herbs in it. Her stomach tried to heave. With an act of will, Alana made it stay put. Closing her eyes, she went back to sleep. Right. Last time, Karam and Alana had been... Wait, are we still... Yeah, okay. So much happened in one chapter last time. I was like, there was so much. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Karam and Alana had been attacked by George's enemies, wanting to hurt George. But Liam came to save the day. And Liam is a Shang warrior. He needed no weapons. And he is known as the dragon. And he literally screams like a dragon when he jumps into battle. Enjoy that fun fact. Hour. Okay. Liam was by the fire when she woke again. Faithful curled beside him, purring. The big man plainly had the cat's approval. The scent of meat cooking rose from downstairs, making Alana's mouth water. She was hungry. Liam smiled. About time. He gave her another mug of tea, one that smelled far better than the last. Sit up and try this. If it stays down, you can eat. Alana obeyed, still amazed the Shang dragon should have an interest in her. His tea tasted of cinnamon and oranges. Yum. His eyes held hers until she blushed, lifting her hand. He kissed it. His lips were warm. This gets more interesting all the time, she thought. Enough of that. It was Karam, bearing a heavily laden tray. If you're not embarrassed at each other, you might think of my tender feelings. Liam helped with the tray. Your tender feelings, he joked. You haven't any. Alana watched as they set out the food. Clearly they'd become friends, which was good if Liam pursued her, as he clearly meant to. Karam was difficult if he didn't approve of her romances. His feelings had made for an uncomfortable week in George's Port Kane house, until the two men came to a truce. It helped that Karam had fallen in love with George's cousin, Rispa. She watched the dragon, remembering what she'd seen of his fighting. What was he like with sword or axe? Haha, typo. Should it be an E at the end of that word? If he was as fast with weapons as he was unarmed, he'd be almost unstoppable. She was good with sword and axe and bow. But take away her weapons and she was in trouble. How can he want me? She asked herself, puzzled. He could have any woman. Why pick one who's not very feminine? She looked at the tray he gave her, blushing when their hands touched. Well, that's part of it, she thought as she spooned up soup. Sheer physical attraction? Once the servants cleared the dishes, the three settled back to talk. Karam showed me your map, Liam informed her. He tells me you're bound for the roof of the world. Karam's been very talkative, she said dryly. The older man flushed. Liam's been about these parts a bit, miss. If he can advise us on the road to take, so much the better. Alana turned to Liam. Well? You should avoid Serene. Is there civil war so bad? Feeling an orange, he nodded. Do you know anything about Serene? Some, he replied, bristling at the hint that she was ignorant. I had an excellent education. He looked doubtful. Nobles rarely know as much as they think they do. Not about the real world. Who rules Serene? Alana scowled. She had not thought Liam might have a side she didn't like. This older and wiser head approach got under her skin. The Jin Vilima. Their title is warlord, not king. The current one is, Adigun, the third Jin Vilima ruler. 2 years ago, rebels tried to overthrow him and crown Dusan Zir Anduo in his place. Zir Anduos descended from their former kings, the Zirit Kalthane. Karam gave the dragon an elbow in the ribs. So there. You are educated, chuckled Liam. Alana glared at both men. My adoptive father keeps up with things. He says Zir Anduo's rebels won't unseat their warlord. That was true once. Liam poked the fire and added another log. Jin Vilima fought mercenaries last spring. They destroyed towns, crops, people. His eyes turned icy green. Khmer rebelled against both sides. The Khmer are tribesmen, like our Bazir, explained Karam. Jean Vilima married one. Her name was Klasin. Liam scratched Faithful's upturned chin. The most beautiful woman in the world. What happened to her? Alana sat up, hugging her knees, intrigued by this glimpse of an alien society. Liam shook his head. It was Karam who answered quietly. Killed herself last summer. Her daughter Thayet's as lovely as she was, they say. But Thayet isn't the heir, Liam said. The throne's up for whoever can take it, and the Khmer promised to fight the winner. Alana thought it over. Can we avoid passing through Serene? Get a boat. The fortress... Out of Fortress Zero Khan at the border, Liam told her. Take it down the Shapa, then the coastal runner up to Diapur. Alana blanked. No boats! A handful of times she'd been in one, she had been disgracefully sick. Karam grinned. I told you, lad. The dragon smoothed his mustache. Then take the Shapa road to the inland sea, and the coast road east. The wars in the mountains and highlands, not down by their coast. Alana struggled with a yawn. Liam rose. Past your bedtime, little girl. I'll ride with you as far as the Saren border, whichever way you choose. Alana consulted Karam with a look. He nodded his approval. We'll be glad to have your company, she added. I always wanted to learn Shang fighting. The unarmed kind. Liam shook his head. You're too old. Alana glared at him. First you call me little girl, and then you say I'm too old. Make up your mind. And then she'll go to a great deal of efforts to prove you wrong, Aram joked as he opened the door for Liam. Returning to his night mistress, he drew his chair over to the bed. I like him. He won't let ye run him ragged. Alana fidgeted with her blankets. You don't look ragged to me. I put on a brave front, he teased. More seriously, he went on. Have you decided which road we'll take? I like going straight through, Serene. You can deal with the bandits, one way or another. Startled, Karam asked. You'll use your gift? What's wrong with that? The man shrugged. I don't know. I had thought you didn't care to mix fighting and magic. I don't care to get either of us killed, if it comes to that. We can avoid the armies, if any of them are in the highlands this time of year. That way we come to the roof just 5 days ride from Chitral Pass. If we take the coast road, we'll be 2 weeks riding north from Udaipur. And that's an extra 9 days in those mountains in May or June. Alana shivered. Karam thought it over, then met her eyes. Not to mention you think a ride through the Saren Highlands will be more interesting. Alana grinned. There's that. She smothered a yawn. Do me a favor, Karam? It depends. Long experience with her had made him wary. Tell me a story of the Dominion Jewel, please? She suggested. I forgot most of them. He sat back. A tale then. You haven't asked me for one of them in years. Which one? Ah, Miache was a Karthaki waterfront thief 300 years ago. The Gallons hired her to steal the jewel from their own king. That was descended from Yamo. Great-grandson he was. Them that hired Miash wanted to rule in his place. Miash stole the jewel right enough, and she kept it. She ran for the River Drell. Same that's our border with Gala and Tisain and Mirin. She might have borne it home to Karthak too. But for Zephrem, the bear, he was a mercenary and a good one, heading south on the river, and he pulled Miash out of it. Before long, they were lovers. She was a pretty thing, with hair like moon glow and a heart pure ice. Zephrem cracked that heart some though. When they came to the city of Tyra, the Karthaki navy was attacking. The local folk were starving. Their nobles had run. Their ruling duke was crazy. The only thing keeping Karthak out was the walls, and they couldn't hold against Karthaki siege engines. Faithful jumped up onto the bed and curled up beside Alana while Karam poured himself a tankard of ale. He took a good swallow and continued. Zephrem now was never a man for a losing fight, let alone one already lost. And Miash, she'd watch her own mother starve unless there was something in it for her. All who knew them said it was to be the Dominion Jewel that brought them to stay in Tira. Tyra. They didn't even know how to use it, but it seems the jewel used them. Zephram took command, training the men who were left and building catapults to throw fireballs at the ships. Miash and the city's swimmers, some of them younglings. They'd swim out to harry the Carthaki navy. They even sank some of the barges full of men and catapults. Miracles started happening. Birds found nesting, and when the city had none. Schools of fish appearing in canals under the city, where no fish been before. Men and their families began to move into the city, even during the war, to make their homes and to fight for Tyra. They didn't know why they came. It was the jewel calling them. They saved Tyra, Miash, and Zephram, the Dominion jewel. The city was a pirate's nest when they came, a sinkhole fit only for cutthroats and thieves. They made it a lawful trading city where a man's word was a binding contract. The man and woman vanished, and the jewel came next to Norin. But Tyra still prospers. That was 300 years gone. Alana sighed when Karam finished, moved by his tale and the matter-of-fact way he told it. He got up and stretched. Anything else? Karam, thank you for everything. For bringing me up. For helping me. There now, he scolded gently. Don't go all sentimental. You'll embarrass us both. Surprisingly, he bent and kissed her forehead. Good night, your ladyship. Experience had taught Alana how long injuries took to heal and how far she could push herself during the recovery process. She hated to stay in bed any longer than necessary. Each hour there meant more work to return to peak condition. The day after she awoke, she was outside, going through sword exercises using Karam's broadsword. She was careful not to overdo or too rash, but she was persistent. To the boys who loitered in the courtyard, she was a godsend. They jeered at first, but once they saw that the lady knew how to use a sword, they grabbed sticks and imitated her. She paid them no attention. If she did, they would turn shy and run, afraid other boys would laugh. Instead, she pretended to be absorbed, and her imitators grew bolder. Their number increased. By her third day's exercise, 10 of them followed her movements. So preoccupied were the boys that they didn't notice right away when Alana began to correct a stance or a grip. Liam watched. So did Karam. She did the same for Bazir lads, he told the dragon with pride. She even taught our tribe's shamans, and her learning to be a shaman alongside them. Not bad for a noble, is it? Liam smoothed his mustache as he watched. She's serious about learning Shang fighting? Karam nodded. Perhaps I should have brought her to the Shang when I saw how it was with her. But she was too bond. I never heard of a noble coming to Yi without being thrown off by their families. And none of them were lasses. You did right, Liam said. She's happy as the one lady knight in the eastern lands. Your Lioness. Karam made a face. She's not my Lioness. Cooper's, perhaps. Or Prince Jonathan's. But not mine. Yours, repeated Liam. Yours, and Miles of Alau's, and her brothers. Cooper's too. The prince's, certainly. He grinned. Maybe even mine. Who knows? 5 days after she began working out, Alana put down Karam's sword with a grin. The boys couldn't understand why she was so glad to finish an exercise. For them, the glory of fencing lay in the defeat of an opponent. Alana knew she'd finished the hardest of her exercises with no mistakes, using a heavier sword than lightning. Her body had complained only a few times, not very loudly. She was healed, and they could be on the road again. Someone put Lightning's jewel-studded hilt into her hand. Puzzled, she looked up to see Liam. "Now you're warmed up. Let's see what you can do," he said. It didn't sink in right away. "What?" "A match," he explained patiently. "Swords alone. No kicks or punches. No tricks. I want to see how good you are." Alana shrugged. Moving to the center of the yard, she took a sideways guard stance. She fixed on the dragon as he took a similar position. "He's bigger and faster," she calculated. "He's more experienced, and his blade's heavier. The stories are true. He's trained to be as good with either hand." Great merciful mother. What have I gotten myself into? She moved to the side just a bit. Liam's blade arced up and down with blinding speed. Alana swung lightning up, blocked Liam's sword, and broke away. The dragon came in with a side cut. She parried and darted back, circling, warily. He spun and hacked, blocking his powerful swing made her shoulder ache. Stepping back, she assumed a two-handed guard position. He cut down and in. She responded, lightning moving as rapidly as his blade. But now they had an audience. Word had spread through the inn. Alana's boys were joined by servants, guests, hostlers, and passersby. The boys had the best seats. They watched their heroes intently. Faithful stepped by Karam's feet, his eyes slitted against the sun's glare. He'd fetched Alana's companion, knowing Karam would want to see this. The exchange stretched out in strikes, blocks, and parries, neither opponent gaining an advantage. Since Liam had ruled out the unarmed tactics that would give him the victory, Alana could show him the full range of her skill. Karam beamed in pride. With sword, or he would bet with axe or longbow, Alana matched the Shang dragon. How many knights could make that claim? Both Liam and Alana were sweating heavily. Her wound began to ache. Throughout the exchange, she had studied the dragon's style. She knew he had studied hers, searching for any flaw. Now she blocked swiftly, parried his return cut, blocked him again, and came into a split-second opening, barring his sword arm with her shoulder as lightning snaked up to kiss his throat. They froze in place for a moment. Then Liam grinned. "You're good." He lowered his blade as Alana stepped back. "I haven't lost to a swordsman in years." The boys circled them to offer water and towels. Alana drank deeply from a water skin, pouring some into her face. "Why didn't you hit me or kick me?" she panted. "You'd have won." "That wasn't the point." The dragon dumped a water skin over his head, a grateful sigh. "Are you the best in Tortal?" "I don't know." She smiled gratefully at the boy who'd given her the water. "There may be some commoners better than me. I only fought knights." Alana wiped her face with a sigh. "Against Duke Gareth and Naxon, Gareth the Elder, not the younger. I can win one out of 3 bouts. He is the best. Alexander Dragon. He beat me once." That memory hurts. Alex had nearly killed her. Her recent scar pulled as she tried her arms. She bit back a yelp. "Thank you. I think." They left Berat the next day. Alana and Faithful on Moonlight. Karam on his bay anvil. Their pack horse Bother and Liam astride a big-boned grey he called Drifter. The weather was sunny, and the breezes hinted that spring was on its way. They spent the night in a sheltered hollow, out of the wind. Settling into her bedroll, Alana thought she could hear the forest waking up after the winter rains. Spring was her favorite time of year. She wondered when it came to the roof of the world. She rose an hour before dawn to exercise. Liam was already awake, preparing to do the same thing. They came to a silent agreement and found a clearing a little distance away, where they wouldn't disturb Karam. Faithful trotted after them to perch on a rock where he could see everything. She'd exercised for so long that her body knew what was expected. Habit took over so she could keep an eye on Liam. The dragon went through intricate routines, slow the first time, fast the second. He punched and blocked with his arms. He kicked from his standing positions. Then while leaping, he flipped back and forth with a tumbler's ease that looked odd in his heavily muscled frame. By the time he finished, he exercised every part of his body. Except for one. Once that was done, he wiped his face on his arm and looked at Alana. "Come here." Warily she obeyed. Taking Alana's hand, Liam shaped it into a thumb over finger's fist. "Always hit with the first 2 knuckles," he explained. "It'll get easier if you practice it on every flat surface you find. Dirt, rock, a wall, whatever. That's how you build enough callus to protect those 2 knuckles." He held up his hands, showing her what he meant. Liam then guided Alana through a different punch, the one she'd learned as a page. Her fist started palm up at her waist, turning as she punched until it hit the target's palm down. She punched until her right arm was sore, then switched hands. The man circled, watching. Often he adjusted her feet or repositioned her shoulders. Once he wrapped her stomach hard. "Keep those muscles tight," Alana blushed. He'd caught her forgetting something she already knew. "Picture an opponent right where your punch ends. Aim for the bottom of his ribcage." Liam explained. "On me, that's the same as where my ribs end. But you aim higher. Otherwise, you'll hit most folk on the knees. Or at least between the legs." Alana glared at him, then tried again. Later, he added high and low punches, then arm blocks. "Practice till it hurts," he said when they were finished. "You know that from fencing. You do it so much that by the time you need it, you don't have to think. The punch or the block just happens." Alana nodded, exhausted. "This was your idea," Faithful reminded her as she trudged back to the stream to wash. She rolled up her sleeves. Nothing could make her take an outdoor bath this time of year. The cat added, "When will you learn to leave well enough alone?" Alana sighed. "When I want to stop learning, I guess." Haram was awake when she returned. "It's your turn to fix breakfast," he reminded Alana, adding softly, "Gods help us." Picking up his gear, he joined Liam at the stream. Alana ignored his comment and started to work. Liam was the first to return from the stream. He sat by the fire watching her movements with suspicion. "Do you put yourself through this often?" Alana filled Liam's bowl with porridge and handed it to him. The dragon sorted through his breakfast with a spoon. "Every morning, plus whatever else I fit in later. You clean your armor and weapons regularly, and you do your own exercises." "I don't have killed myself. It isn't burnt or anything," she snapped, making the porridge. "I know how to cook." "Shang discipline is stricter than a knight's." He tasted his food, shuddered, and continued to eat. "Is it worth it?" she demanded. She was stung by his attitude toward her cooking, and by the idea that anyone might think themselves better than a proven knight. He looked at her. "If something happens to my weapons, I can still protect myself, and anyone else who comes along." Alana shut up. Her curiosity didn't desert her for long. "How long have you been doing this?" she asked when they'd been riding for several hours. Liam had to think a moment. 30 years. Give or take a month." 30 years? He nodded. "I was 4 when the Shang bear came to our village and looked us young ones over. Of us all, he said I might do. I wouldn't let me Dada alone until he sent me. Lucky I wasn't the oldest, or I'd be a farmer now." He looked at her and smiled. then I wouldn't have met you. Alana looked away. When he turned all his charm on her, she could feel her insides melt. Think about what you're getting into, Faithful advised. Alana glared at him. I'm not getting into anything. I'll think you to keep your opinions to yourself, she snapped. Seeing Liam stare, she turned red. Is that a cute habit of yours, or did he really speak? His face had an odd, tight look. His eyes were pale crystal in color. He talks. Sometimes other people understand him. Most of the time they don't. Faithful is the one who decides. Magic. Liam frowned. That's right. You have it. You have something against people with a gift? She suddenly felt defensive. Their eyes met and held, until he grinned and pinched her nose. Crystal was replaced by blue-green. Since it's you, kitten, I'll make an exception. Alana decided it was time Moonlight had a gallop. Kicking the mare lightly, they leapt ahead, leaving the dragon behind. For a little while. There's so much we don't know about each other, she reflected as she watched Liam cook their night's meal. I know he's the dragon, which means he's brave and adventurous, and probably has a temper. Dragons are supposed to be fierce and protective. It means he's a hero, if ever there are real heroes. She sighed. Will he come to the roof with us? I'd feel a lot easier if I knew I had a dragon at my back up there. Do you plan to marry? Liam asked suddenly. What? She cried, startled. You heard me. Your plans for the future. Do they include a husband? Children? She fingered her emberstone. Give up my shield after working so hard? Spend my time at court or on my husband's lands? I have no patience for that kind of life. Besides, I don't know anything about children younger than 10. Have you ever tried to learn? When did I have a chance? She wanted to know. Childcare is one of the few duties a squire isn't expected to perform. Iron Arm. The busier never asked me to, unless a child was sick. Then I was a healer, not a nanny. Why was he asking such uncomfortable questions? I just wondered why you feel you have to be all warrior or all woman. Can't you be both? Ram came back from washing, sparing Alana the need to answer Liam's question. It was just as well. She had no answer. How did Liam unsettle her in so many different ways? Neither Jonathan nor George had laid siege to her as he did. I wish he'd stop putting me off balance. It doesn't seem to want to do that either. Liam glanced up. Their eyes met and held. Karam broke the silence, kicking the dragon gently. Kindly wait to romance her till I'm not here, he advised. I have a father's interest in my lady still, and go easy on her. She's not used to the game you're playing. Liam grinned. Alana blushed. I can speak for myself, she protested. If you wanted to, Faithful put in. Karam guffawed and Alana decided to go for a walk rather than stay to be teased. When she returned, Karam looked up hopefully. She'd been too tired the preceding night to show him respite in the fire. Now she crouched and held her palms out, the flames, reaching for her gift. Her fingers glowed with a purple fire. She sent it into the flames until they matched the color of her gift. Respa's image took shape, and Karam drew close, his eyes riveted on her. She walked away, leaving Karam in private. Where was Liam? Why had he left? Because he didn't want to intrude? Or did it have something to do with her gift? It sounded very odd when he mentioned it that morning. She checked the horses in the spring. With no luck, at last she found him in a clearing near the stream, lying under a willow. "You use your magic a lot," he said flatly as she drew near. "I've had it all my life. I'm used to it by now." She sat beside him, puzzled by the odd tone of his voice. "You must have seen plenty of sorcery, roaming the way you do." The smoky voice was quiet. "No one is gifted in Shang." Reaching to pluck a stalk of wild grass, she stopped. She couldn't have heard correctly. "You keep us out? On purpose? Why?" He wouldn't look at her. The gifted use magic for a crutch. They won't surrender to Shang study, because they know the gift can always win them and escape. "We cheat, you mean?" She bit back other angry words. "You'd be helpless if your gift was taken," he challenged. "Of course not." "How do you know?" That silenced her. She didn't know. All her life she'd had magic, even when she'd tried to ignore it. "I can't help being gifted," she replied at last. "I tried to fight it when I was a page. Then the sweating sickness came and a lot of people died. Prince Jonathan would have died too if I hadn't used my gift. I just told you what we're taught." She wished she could see his face. "Tell me, where would your great Shang masters be without healers and their magic? Where would you be?" He didn't answer, so she went on. "My gift brings Karam pleasure. How else could he see Rispa? Maybe the lady doesn't want to be spied on." There was a dangerous rumble in his voice. "Nonsense." She agrees to it. "Would you like to see the letter?" Alana demanded sharply, her temper rising. "My tribe would have fallen to Hillman without my gift and the gifts of my students. I use my magic to heal, to pay back for some of the lives I take. What do you do to repay?" "Whatever it is I do, Lady Pry, I do it with my own two hands." She started to get up, and Liam held her back. "Alana, wait. I didn't mean..." "I have a temper." "So do I," she snapped. She let him pull her back down beside him again. "Shang allows healers to work on us, it's true. The students are giftless. Not so much because the masters think people use it for a crutch, as because they know training a gift takes the students' attention away from other things. When you follow Shang, you follow only Shang if you're to succeed." He stroked Lana's hair. "Don't scowl so, kitten. You've got me shaking in my boots." "I can't change what I am," she told him, cooling off. "I never asked to be half witch and half warrior." "I know," the dragon sighed. "Listen, I got heated up because I'm afraid of magic." Was he teasing? She was in no mood for it. "You aren't afraid of anything." "Everyone's afraid of something." He had a point, and she knew it. "I fear dying for nothing. I fear being sick. My granda took a wound and rotted to death." She patted his arm in sympathy, but didn't interrupt. "I hate being helpless. Then what's the good of being a dragon?" "Or a lioness," she whispered. He nodded. "And I'm also afraid of the gift. I don't even let healers use magic on me. Some folk are afraid of spiders. With me, it's that." Alana shuddered. She hated spiders with a passion. I never heard of someone fearing magic. Not like that. Disliking it? Yes. Well, I'm afraid of it. She fingered the stone at her throat. "Liam?" "What?" "How..." She felt herself blush and was grateful for the dark. "How can we be... well, anything, if you fear my gift?" He put his arms around her, gathering her close. "I want to try anyway. What about you?" "I don't know you very well at all," she whispered, half complaining. "You don't know me." He was smiling. "That's the fun of it, kid." He kissed her gently, then passionately, and Alana surrendered. Any misgivings she had were put away for thought. At another, less interesting time. Liam was shaking her gently. On the other side of their banked campfire, she heard Karam snore. "Let's go," the dragon whispered. "Go where?" she yawned. "You won't learn Shang fighting in bed." She started to protest and thought the better of it. Even at this hour, she wanted his good opinion. Never mind that her arms felt as if they weighed triple what they usually did. He'd probably felt worse and still had gone about his morning routine. "This was my idea," she prodded herself, stifling a moan. Karam at least would have his sleep. She obeyed. Fortress Jirokan was a well-fortified town with a tent city outside its walls. Karam pointed at the river where a barge filled with people made its way downstream. They're fleeing the Seren War, he explained to Alana as they rode toward the town gates. Like as not, their farms were burned or looted. Now they hope Marin will grant a place for them to start again. The boats take them south. The king's too smart to keep all these rootless folk in one spot. The dragon nodded in the direction of the tent city. Now that she was closer, Alana saw furniture piled in the mud and a wide variety of animals: cows, dogs, goats, horses, pigs, and chickens. People dressed in tattered, dirty clothes stared at the travelers in the road. These camps are trouble. They breed thieves and killers. South Marin has room to feed them and land for new farms. Alana was silent as they entered the city and made for the inn Liam recommended. There was nothing she or Liam could do for the Seren refugees. Poverty was an illness she couldn't cure. A civil war could not be stopped by just one night. That's something Liam and I have in common, she told herself. I don't like feeling helpless either. The inn was the mongrel cur. It lived up to Liam's recommendation. She spent the afternoon bathing, washing her hair, mending her clothes, simply relaxing. She wrote to Miles, Halefsief, and Tom, although it would be weeks before she could hear from them. At last, cooking smells called her to the common room and her dinner. Liam suggested that they avoid notice in this restless town. He would not wear Shang insignia, and she and Karam should leave their rooms. Anything to suggest that Alana was a knight. That suited Alana, who wanted to spend her time in Jirokan quietly. She dressed in boy's clothes, but to be safe, tucked a dagger at the small of her back. Whistling carefully, she slung Faithful over her shoulder and went downstairs. Liam and Karam had waited for her. As soon as she joined them, the waiters brought their food. Charmed serving girl bore Faithful away to see what we might get a handsome fellow like you. The cat shamelessly played up to his admirer. Maronite guardsmen and their women arrived to begin a night of drinking as the travelers finished their meal. Ignoring the soldiers, Karam and Liam played chess. Alana divided her attention between the game and the guards. Faithful rejoined them, his stomach full after his kitchen excursion. The biggest of the guards was a sergeant who looked as ill-tempered as he behaved. Clearly his men knew he was in a foul mood. They kept away from him. His lady, however, was bored by his sulks and didn't care who knew. Alana watched as the lady tried to tease her sergeant into a better frame of mind. When this tactic failed, her eyes began to rove until she saw Liam. Until that point, Alana had no personal involvement in the woman's behavior, forgetting that she was dressed like a boy, and that In the ill-lit room, it would be hard to see the feminine shape under her clothes. She glared a warning. The lady didn't notice. The sergeant wasn't aware that his companion's attention had strayed. "Back in a minute, darling," he belched. Getting up, he made for the privy. The moment the huge guard was out of sight, his lady moved to Alana's table. It was Liam's turn to move. His attention was locked on the chessboard. Karam saw the expression on his night mistress's face. He looked up to see the reason for Alana's scowl, and grinned. "So quiet you lads are," the woman purred as she put a hand on Liam's shoulder. The dragon glanced up, surprised. "Don't you care for female companions?" Alana rose and hissed. "Where I come from, it's considered polite to keep to the man you're with." Startled, the woman glanced at her. She hadn't noticed anyone but the big fellow. Why did this young youth interfere? "What? The boy's in love with ye, then?" she asked Liam. Liam chuckled and looked the woman over. Karam clapped a hand over Alana's mouth, pushing her into her seat. "She can't see you're a girl," he whispered into her ear. "Liam can take care of himself." Karam took his hand away too soon. Alana snapped. What are you looking for, Liam? Please?" Her guardian sighed and corked his night mistress up again. The lady ran scarlet nails through Liam's hair. "Lads are no fun, and this one don't look like he knows much. Now, me, I appreciate a man." Liam grinned at her as a muffled yell burst from Alana. Karam put his lips close to the struggling knight's ear. "Do you want him to think you're jealous? You're giving a fair imitation of it." His words nettled Alana. She didn't want Liam Ironarm thinking any such thing. She quieted, and Karam loosened his grip. "I just don't like people who are so obvious," she whispered back, knowing she was jealous. A roar of fury split the air. The sergeant had returned. Anyone who thought he might be in the middle when the battle lines were drawn moved quickly. The lady backed away from Liam. Alana saw the dragon's eyes turn a pale green before he turned to face the enraged guard. "This isn't what you think," he said quietly. The sergeant wasn't interested. "On your feet!" He grabbed the dragon's tunic. Liam grasped the sergeant's wrist. "Forget this. I'm Liam Ironarm, the Shang Dragon. You'll get hurt." The other man laughed. "Expect me to think a Shang warrior just sit with us ordinary folk." His muscles bulged as he tried to lever his victim up. Liam's hands tightened. For a second, nothing happened. Then the bigger man howled in pain. Liam stood. The guard was forced to back away, unable to break his hold. Finally, the dragon released him. "The next time you're told someone is Shang, pay attention." He faced Alana and Karam. "This place is too lively for me." The sergeant threw himself at Liam's back. Alana started to her feet, reaching for her knife. Karam hugged her down. Liam dropped and twisted, booting the bigger man over his shoulder. The guard crashed into a table. Oh no, boosting the bigger man over his shoulder. The guard crashed into a table to the fury of its occupants. He threw them aside with a curse and charged Liam. The dragon pivoted, driving his left foot out into his attacker's belly, then his chin. The sergeant dropped like a stone. Two of the guards rushed to help their comrade. Liam kicked the sword out of one guard's hand and flipped the other one onto a table, then waited for the next attack. None came. He picked up the sergeant, asking, "Anything broken?" The Mare Knight was dazed. Professionally, the dragon attacked his victim, then let him slide back to the floor. "You'll live." He glanced at the others who seemed well enough, then beckoned to Alana and Karam. Let's find someplace quieter. We made all those files but saved them in the wrong size. Oh no! The crowd backed away as they made for the door. Alana peered back. The troublesome lady knelt by her sergeant, cooing to him. Grinning, Alana followed her friends. Had to shake all of them all down. Oh no. You just be a giant chibi tuber. Yeah, that could be a fun way to supplement doing like quick things. Don't think the program can work with files at 4,000 by 4,000. Yeah, probably might be too giant. But to be fair, like, to make the tuber bigger, all I need to do is make the window bigger. Wow. 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 Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, just remember your usual chibi style with the skinny limbs. Yeah. Midnight found Alana and Liam seated on the wall overlooking the shop. I went, I'll make you one like this later. Okay. I won't complain. Okay, is the joke gone too far? But no! It's not a joke gone wrong, though. Although even a joke gone wrong probably would have ended hilariously. Now I want to know what a joke gone wrong would have ended up like. I mean, you at least get a gif out of gone wrong. I like that this works. Yeah. Actually, it's an animation at best. I did that before. E. Okay, I mean, like, so, joke gone wrong could have turned out to be a hilarious something like going right in a different way, a different fashion too. So it could have been like, it doesn't work, but it works. It could be like horribly ugly, but cute. It's kind of like the ugly cute, like Sphinx cats. They're so ugly, they're cute. I would love to have a Sphinx cat, but they are $2,000. Way too expensive. Ugly, not only transparent in some spots. Exactly. Remember, yours might be. Oh, why is that? Went a little watercolory with it. Ooh, I see. I mean, that could be cool too. That guy again. Hello. How are you doing? What's up? Doing decent? Yay, that's good to hear. It's been an interesting Monday evening. An interesting Monday. I didn't go to, I worked from home because it was too cold to walk to work. I'm not ready to walk in -14 weather. And that's in Celsius, by the way, not Fahrenheit. Now what's that? Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted by things flashing at me. Okay. And if you have any questions about the book, come right in and let me know. By the way. Okay, have you posted your Vtuber on Discord yet? No. Okay. I'm talking to Fop this time around, but yeah. Okay. Where was I? Not yet. Yeah. Midnight found Alana and Liam seated on a wall overlooking the Shapa River. Karam had left in search of a card for a dice game. Faithful went to meet the lady cat, yowling in her master's garden. Faithful's gonna get on tonight. Alana and Liam had visited the tent city to question the refugees about conditions in Serene. Now they listened to the river and the distant howl of the wolf. I like how you fought back there, Alana said sleepily. No mess, no broken bones, no dead. Nice. I'm glad they took the hint, yawned Liam. Traveling with you is fun, he hesitated, then asked. Did Karam tell you why we're bound for the roof of the world? He said you have a map or some treasure. It makes no sense, risking your lives for gold that might or mightn't be there. But you have no better plans. It isn't gold, she interrupted quietly. It's the Dominion jewel. I want to find it and bring it home. The glory of Tortal. He smoothed his mustache, as he often did when he was thinking. Not to mention that the deed would prove you're worthy of your shield. He jumped down and held his hands up to her. She slid into his grasp, and they kissed. Gifted one. When it comes to a hero's deed, you don't think small. Liam? She tried not to plead. What are you doing next? Riding with you and Karam, I expect. It was barely dawn. Liam was dressed when he woke Alana. You want to learn Shang? You keep Shang hours. Up! He reached for the water pitcher. She tumbled out of bed. I'm up! The stable yard. 5 minutes, he commanded. He slammed the door behind him. Alana lurched to her feet. You're ruining my rest, Faithful grumbled. Alana dashed cold water on her face. Good, jesting she wailed. Why did I pick a man who's such a grouch in the morning? You posted? Okay. Oh, yay. Ah, he's cute. Can I show them on stream, Poppin'? Absolutely. Okay. Womp womp. Womp. It's so pretty. Tamagotchi. I see you, Tamo. Guesses. Probably edit to have the hee mouth as well, but not tonight. Too much art. Hee. Wait, I'm going in circles now. Yeah, it's so cute. I like it. Adorbs. I'm just floating in the corner. It's fine. I do like this for you as well. Yay. He's adorbs. Okay. The Maronite guardsmen said they were crazy to enter Serene, but they let Elena's party through. The difference between the nations was soon clear. Healthy Maronite farms gave way to burned out homesteads. Often they found the leavings of the refugees who'd camped on the Great Road before crossing into Marin. The road was deserted. I'm gonna make a little animation for us, everyone. Yay! Actually, I feel like making TikTok videos would be kind of easier this way too. Sort of. It would take a lot more editing, but it would work. Sorry, I'm just thinking things through again. I watch it telling me it's almost time to bed. Okay, healthy Maronite farms gave way to burned out homesteads. Often they found the leavings of refugees who'd camped on the Great Road before crossing into Marin. The road was deserted. They are very cool, yes. Alana worked at her lessons. Liam grew less gruff at exercise time when she saw she practiced longer than she had to, and complained less than most beginners. He taught her only a few hand blows, the arm blocks, and 2 kicks, but in these he drilled her endlessly, watching for the tiniest flaw. At night, they shared a bedroll with Karam's unspoken approval. The first evidence of fighting lay by the road 4 days' ride into Serene, in a meadow. Here the dead had been piled up and left, until only skeletons remained. Faithful came along as Alana went to the mound's edge. Whoever left the dead made no attempt to separate the enemies. Khmeri armor, lacquered, bright red, blue, or green, shone against rusted lowland metal. Bone hands still clutched weapons. Kneeling, Alana slid a lowland sword out of the pile. Heavy fighting, she murmured, showing her cat the nicked and scored blade. Some archery at first, at close quarters after. An ambush? A world difference between a good knight and a bad one. The voice was Liam's. He crouched beside them, taking the sword to instruct it. In 5 years, Adigan Najin Vilima has destroyed the work of generations. It looks as if he really tried, Alana said. Was this what might happen in Jatal if Jonathan died without an heir, or someone tried to take the throne? But the Dominion Jewel prevents this kind of civil war. They deserved better. Liam touched the Khmeri arm guard decorated with a sunburst pattern. His eyes were a stormy blue-gray. Turning abruptly, he rejoined Karam and the horses. Alana stayed, arranging twigs into a pyramid. The jewel doesn't create great kings, but it helps those who are to prosper, Faithful told her. Never forget, though, it won't stop a king who wants to build an empire, starting with the conquest of his neighbors. It'll help him, too. All good weapons can be turned against you. Alana drew a piece of cord from a pocket, fashioning it into a knotted loop. Carefully, she lowered it until the loop encircled the pyramid. She stood, dusting off her hands. I suppose this will upset Liam. You think I made a mistake, being his lover when he's afraid of the gift? Faithful retreated, knowing what she had in mind. It doesn't matter what I think. He'll do what you want to. You always have. Reaching toward the cords encircled rocks, she beckoned. Flames bit into the pile. Alana touched the ember stone to see her spell. Now the dead were covered by a purple haze, spouting flames. Her cord was a circle of power that kept the fire from spreading. Releasing the ember, she saw the fire of her gift vanish. The flames were real. They mounted higher and higher, among them bones and trappings. Liam said nothing when she joined the men, but he was pale and sweating. He really is afraid of magic, she realized. The knowledge depressed her. It confirmed the end of their romance at its beginning. Someday she would have to leave him. No love would last when he feared a part of her. They all rode on, watching the land, listening for any out-of-place sound. The mound of bones had made them nervous. I'd rather we was drummed. I'd rather he was jumped. Get it over with. Karam grumbled softly. He and Alana unpacked after stopping for the night. Liam had gone to hunt fresh food. Food was not a problem yet. Knowing conditions ahead, they'd gotten extra provisions at the mongrel cur. I know what you mean, Alana sighed. Where are the armies? Headed down for the night, I hope. It was Liam, returning with a string of fish. All the same, let's stand watches. I smell wood smoke. He gave the fish to Alana, whose turn it was to cook. Karam built a fire, keeping it small and smokeless. They cooked and ate in silence, listening. The meal over, Faithful went out to prowl. The humans worked on personal tasks. Alana was beginning to relax when the cat scrambled into their circle. People, he hissed. Women and infants on the other side of this ridge. Putting their work aside, they buckled on sword belts. Karam indicated silently that he would guard the horses. Liam and Alana made for the ridge, moving noiselessly through the brush and trees. When they reached the top, Liam signaled Alana to go to cover. She frowned. Having grown away from a squire's obedience, resuming it, even a little, came hard. She also knew to bow to Liam's extra years on the road. The people were below, following the stream. Alana tried for a better look, wondering if she could get closer. The voice growled. Tell the big one to drop his blade, or I put a bolt through you. Ooh, yay. Wait, let's do it this way. Let's take a look at Poppins' Vtuber in motion. He's so cute. You're gonna get one chapter done a week, and it's so funny. I mean, like, even if I only get one chapter a week, as It's only 8 chapters a book to the book. They're longer chapters than the other 4. But yeah, I'm definitely done for the night tonight. Yeah, right. Yeah. He's a good book. And to be fair, like we spent the first hour and a half talking and setting up PNG tuber, so there's that too. I'm coming home tomorrow though, so hopefully I'll have time. I can make you a new one tomorrow. Yay! Just have all the tubers. One that matches mine. Yay! Yeah. It will work for the Baldur's Gate stream that we'll have tomorrow night. I swear. I swear. And he said he looked even gayer and chibi. E. Yeah, we can do that. 2 frames of him by Discord. Yeah. Give you all the talk sprite frames. Yeah. Yes, you are. You are very nice. You're a nice person artist. Person artist. That's it. And suddenly you made it so much easier on yourself. And cheaper for me. Perhaps. Maybe one day as I get more of a fan base and more settled, VTuber, new style VTuber will be a better way thing. Yeah, right? I just have to get over that. But VTuber, we can talk it out. This is fun. Yeah. I mean, maybe one day. I think even part of me was also like, what's the rush? Because I don't have the viewership to require a $1,000+ VTuber. To be honest, this is like, I started spending all this money in this for one person, well, for myself too, but for one person. Yeah, and then you'd be paid off. Honestly, yeah. At least for a bit. Like you would owe me anything when PNG tuber. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, there's that laptop. Yes. I have given you the ability to draw the PNG tubers. That's all you need from me. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'll do non-chibi ones too. Yeah. These ones are good, and I do love the chibi ones, but I do also kind of want the non-chibi ones as well. So it's like kind of a mix of serious, not serious, but serious and sexy looking me. I can still do kind of a lewd type. Could have ones on undressed. Like I know you're already you're making my reference sheet as a dress up doll. Just like step away from that. Don't worry about that. It's more of a simple as so I can get the frame done. I'll make you a host. Yes. I mean, lewd PNG tuber works too. And I'll start looking into what might be the fancier PNG programs. It'll be easier on my computer as well, because my computer's trying to complain about. My computer tends to complain about Baldur's Gate and VTuber stuff go on. I feel, or it just drops frames. Really, it's sad. Yeah. I'm not in the point of upgrading computer, because one day I will need to upgrade computer because the CPU I decided on to build this computer will not support Windows 11, so eventually I will need to do like a new build for Windows 11 when I finally upgrade to Windows 11. Yeah. You're looking to more programs. I will, yeah. But this one works for the well for the moment, and since there's only like a couple expressions, it's fine. I think as it grows, as you make more for me, I'm gonna be wanting to see if I can automate changing models really quickly, and even like connected to Twitch, and people choose which model I'm talking out without me manually changing everything. It'd be kind of interesting as well. I'm on Windows 11. Yeah, but that's when you bought it with 11. I'm still on 10, and the CPU is not supported by Windows 11. Whatever you learn, you teach me. Yeah, deal. Yeah. And there might even be a way to show up on each other's streams outside of the Discord side of things, so everything here can get caught. But I know there's still a way to do it even outside of the VTube Studios way, because it's something like the Ninja something, OBS Ninja something. I haven't looked too much into it, but it's a thing. I think people do it, but I'm yeah, it's something that needs to be looked into further. But for now, this works. Your job is research, my job is pretty. Yeah. Yeah. And maybe I'll even do it on stream, who knows? It's like, people point me in the direction as I Google search more PNG tuber stuff. That could be a just chatting stream altogether. I'm playing around with different programs and seeing what works best for us. It could work. Anyways, it is 11 p.m. It's midnight for Foppin. Although I know Foppin doesn't have work tomorrow, I do. I should get to some sleep. And for me to get some sleep, I need to get off of here to calm down my hyperness. I don't know. I'm a neat. Neat? Does any ET mean anything? Is it something that might be? I don't know this young folk lingo. No education, employment, or trade. Okay. I don't know this young folk lingo anymore. I'm too old. I am an old slime. I'm a slime who does not know young folk talk. It's old folk lingo. I learned it from an anime when I was a teenage. It's young folk lingo to me. You don't know how old I am. I am slime. I came from the void. I swear. The void of a refrigerator. Really not anymore. I have a trade. Yeah. You came from a fridge. The void of your fridge. I love that canon now. Your fridge is your head. Yeah? You're gonna curl up in blankets. Yeah, me too. Anyway, everyone have a good night. Here I am trying to make my hand gestures to wave goodbye and realize, like, I can't wave goodbye. I am PNG tuber now. Hey, bye-bye, everyone. Gonna get Taco Bell Becky for Taco Bell Becky? Yeah, I don't... That doesn't sound good to me. That's the list, yes. Yeah, I need to get a PNG program that will take hand gestures. So I can just do 1, 2, 3 in my hands and things flop into place, I think. Might be good. It's so good. Anyways, Discord, yeah. Yeah, we can continue this on Discord. I could calm down and mellow out to a point of being sleepy, maybe. Anywho's, have a good night, everyone. How many people do we have? We might have enough to... No, not that one. Let's see if I can throw a raid somewhere. Oh, there what? Oh, hi, kitty. Go to bed. Yeah. Let me see if I can throw a raid to someone. You know what? Accident. Okay. I'm not sure if I can do this from here. Let's do it. Ma? Yeah. Cat, stop dying. Okay. I'm gonna send yellow over to Vaughn. Thanks, he's playing some Dead by Daylight. I really need to get back to playing that game too. Anyways, have a good night. I'll see you all next time. Tomorrow, some Baldur's Gate 3 with Foppin. Bye!